whatever the other portion of it is, that's what we take care of. And then on the day of the actual festival, we give them the opportunity to sell whatever material they have, whether it be t-shirts, promos, CDs, whatever. We let them sell that completely free of charge to us. So whatever money they make that day, they get to walk away with.
Okay.
So it's really positioning the independent musician to sustain themselves moving forward. And like this year, we were really blessed because last year, I'm not going to lie, was our first year, so the model was a little janky, I'll say that, but you learn and you grow as you continue. So this year we went with a webinar model, and we had such a huge response from the artists and from the teachers as well. And I did some digging and research after the festival, and we were blessed enough to have Ms. Shakitha Davis of S. Davis Law Group actually come and talk to the participants from an entertainment attorney perspective. And then we had the Derek Dixon from Rec Shop Nation.
Okay.
Like, he actually came in on a webinar and gave his perspective of the game and whether or not it was okay to be an independent or be signed to a record label. And let me tell y'all about God real quick. Listen, the fact that Derek Dixon even made time for us that day, and he is like the OG. He was there when he saw the rise of the independent record label industry take off. So he was there at the beginning of the game, and he made the way for these independent musicians to kind of do what they do on their own. And so when we reached out to him and he said, yeah, I do this all the time, I share my knowledge whenever I can, I was like, so all you want is a vendor table?
Right.
He's like, yeah, man, just give me a vendor table and like we'll just chat it up for an hour, call it a day. I was like, what? So look at God. Like, look at God. Like, I mean, I could go off all day about how this whole situation and how it turned out, but that's another tangent for another day. I'll just say that the way we positioned ourselves this year really made an impact because all of a sudden we're getting recognized in different circles and saying, you're doing something totally different because nobody just gives out free knowledge like this on a regular basis. Nobody just really cultivates people, and the only people who are known to do that are like the people at Workshop Houston who do the beat shop with the younger kids. But on the older level, there's nothing like this. And so I appreciate the respect and the love that people are receiving from this, but at the same time it's like, okay, God, I'm gonna need you to keep to take over, because I don't. That's a whole nother topic for another day. Like, y'all can ask another question, because I promise you I can go on this tangent for like forever.
Just don't give him glory.
Every day. I think the first real podcast I did, not first real podcast, but one of the podcasts I did was with one of our artists from last year, J-Dab and K-Tron, and we were on That's Debatable Network with Pop Darby, T Coop, and the whole Unity is Wealth gang. And I promise you, I think Pop Darby was getting tired of me because I turned it into a church setting. I did. I didn't let any second go by without saying this was nobody but God. It was like a month. It was a month out to the festival. We had secured all of the payment necessary to get the sound equipment, the staging, the licensing, the festival stuff, and prior to that, I was a music teacher.
Okay.
I was a substitute music teacher and a private music teacher at that. All of what I did was divine download from God and research.
Yeah.
That's it. So, and it's still just that. It's still just that. So, I give him praise every single day, because the simple fact that we're here and we're still growing and we're on a whole nother level, and it's only been a year's worth of growth, all praise be to God. He is every day, every single day.
Now y'all have performers come out and they perform at this festival.
Yes,
Tell us a little bit about some of your performers.
So we have a little over 20 performers for the GCMF, and the way it works is that they have anywhere between like 10 minutes to 30 minutes to perform. 30 minutes is kind of reserved for our larger groups, but our independent and our solo artists can perform anywhere between like 10 to 15 minutes. And so we have 4 different genres represented this year. It's jazz, urban, gospel, and classical.
Okay.
And so the urban, we switched it up to urban because we weren't limiting it just to hip hop. So this year we actually have a poet by the name of Yours Truly Poetry coming to grace the stage this year. And we're trying to, well, not trying to, we reached out to different dance companies that do feature hip hop as a part of their dance curriculum to come and dance on the stage as well. So we made it a little bit more broad, and just calling it hip hop wouldn't have done it justice.
Right.
And so we made sure that the artists that are performing are a good representation of the 4 genres that we are doing for this year's festival. And the ones that I sent you guys was Miss Rosie Bush and 2UD, Dwayne Hamilton of 2UD. And so they're all dope. I can't pick. It's like, I'm not a parent, but it's like a parent situation. You can't say you have a favorite child.
Right.
Like, because that'll get you in trouble. I mean, I technically have to say that this person who doesn't want to be on camera over here is like my favorite artist because he is an artist. Go check out Soul Shredder on Instagram. Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Oh, yeah. Right now.
But I mean, other than that, they're all dope. Like, they all bring something so unique to the table. Like, I can literally go down the list and hit a point on every single one of them that's just, they don't do the same thing. Nobody sounds the same on the path. They all in their same lane. They are all in their same lane. And it's just so amazing to have such a diverse group of people under one banner. And I mean, on the day of the festival, you're going to hear a little bit of everything.
Right.
Like, that's just no cussing. No cussing, because we got to make sure we got to protect the mamas and the mothers. And make sure they don't clutch their pearls and whatnot.
Right.
And the babies. You know, we got to make sure we have a positive outlook for the babies. But for the most part, you're going to hear some amazing, diverse, just awesome stuff that day. I'm super excited.
Now,
You should.
you sent a song by Miss Rosie Bush.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about her before we play her song.
So Rosie is an experience. Because so I love you, Rosie, but I'm gonna put us both on blast. So Rosie, as the performer, is an experience. She embodies natural, which is what the song is that I sent you guys. She truly embodies that natural vibe of African women that we have been going for in the past like 10 or some odd years. And so when you see her, when you're around her, she's bubbly, she's delicate, but she's strong, and she has this overwhelmingly contagious personality that you're gonna smile and you're gonna be like just intoxicated by her. Like, that's just how I describe it. But funny thing about Rosie, I met her when she was actually on the grind for a community cleanup. And the sad thing is, I didn't know who she was, and the girl was standing right next to me. I saw it in the pictures after it was something that Unity as Wealth does every month called Community Cleanup. And they hit different neighborhoods. They do Sunnyside, they do Third Ward, they did Acres Homes. And so that was the one me and her were in. But she wasn't in her performance attire.
Right.
So before we had met in person, I had only seen her in her performance attire. So tell me why this girl was picking up trash with me, talking to me, doing all of this good stuff. We took a picture together. I didn't get it until one of the people from Unity as Wealth pointed it out. Hey man, you met Rosie? What? She was there? You were standing right next to her. What you mean? But she is that person. Like, when she needs to go to work, she can put that facade down, and she's not afraid to get dirty to get the work done.
That's real.
She's a wonderful, beautiful mother. But like when she snaps into Rosie Bush, bruh, like the atmosphere is just like completely changed, and it's just an experience. It's amazing.
Love it.
We're about to share this experience with you.
Yes.
We're about to jump into Miss Rosie Bush's Natural.
Yes.
Check that out.
Yes, absolutely.
Turn it up here.
Yeah, you can.
I got this feeling and it runs
Yeah.
through my soul and it makes me feel all kinds of good. A simple feeling.
Tag
And I
Rosie
just
Bush.
can't help myself.
Tag
It
Rosie.
just makes me feel all natural from the way that I talk. Yeah, and the way I lay my tracks. You would think I was from where
video. We gotta get the video on video.
Oh,
yeah.
the video was live.
Oh, yeah.
The video was
She
live.
want a video vibes. We can put it on there.
Do it. Love double.
He says he loves it when I let you know.
Yeah, this is like a whole nother vibe.
It is. We need
Tell them where they
that
can
going.
find her on Instagram.
You can find her at the Rosie Bush on Instagram. Make sure you follow her, like her, follow her on Facebook as well at the Rosie Bush too. She has a lot of more music coming out, and she is Higher Entertainment. They taking over like completely and totally.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get that.
Oh yeah.
That'll get me going in the morning.
Yeah. We'll turn this back on for a second.
Yeah.
It sounds good and it's
Because he
like
likes
that.
it. Because I'm natural.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, you feeling good about yourself, you know?
It's for us.
Yes, it is.
It's for us.
He says he loves it when I let you know.
Yeah.
No, it's not
I know, right? Like that's a song you have to have on loop because it kind of takes you back to that era where like we were really starting to promote that self-love amongst black women, and it was just, I don't want to say Jill Scott because this has a whole nother flavor on its own, but it has that same like it still has that same vibe of just like I'm loving myself, I'm feeling myself, I don't have to conform to anybody else, I'm just here.
Baby, I'm in here right
Listen, hey.
Get dressed, ready, step out tonight, you know?
He loves it when I let you know.
Right? Hey.
I'll shoot you on yours. Yeah.
But I have to say, I'm really proud of her though, because in July she actually made it on 97.9 The Box's leaderboard for the top 5 songs of the month. Like
That's what's
That
up.
was Rosie
Yeah.
Bush natural, you did.
yes.
I know y'all vibe to that because we was in here vibing.
Man.
It's a real vibe. I really like
Yeah,
that right
natural.
there.
Absolutely.
I gotta check her out and see what else she got out there. 'Cause
Oh,
I
man,
like that.
Like she have a lot of different songs that just bang. I know one of the songs that she has F Love for my Kojic folk. I gotta be, F Love. But that song she actually had it released on Sundance Film.
Okay.
Right. So she's out here.
That's what's up.
Yeah, she's out here. She's doing big things, man. Like her and the Higher Entertainment team have been killing the game for like the last 2-3 years or so. And so like, I'm glad that I got her now.
Okay.
You know, because like if I would have said give it like one more year, I probably wouldn't have been on her radar. So I bless Jesus that it's like, hey, I know you famous, but no, okay. Real talk, this was a serious situation. So you know how the hashtags work on Instagram, and depending on what the hashtag is, it has a picture representing the hashtag, right? Rosie is so popular that when we did the hashtag GCMF on the week of promotion that she got, it was her picture for GCMF 2019.
Wow.
That's how much clout she had.
Yeah.
That's how, she completely overran the GCMF for like the week that she was in promotion. That was her. I was like,
You don't even tell her to come visit us. The way she just advertising.
Gotta pull up, man.
That's a whole nother vibe.
I'll talk with Miss Cookie over at Higher Entertainment and see if we can make it to where she can have her own little segment on here.
Okay.
Yeah, straight up, because she needs to meet the people who just been vibing with her, because like she's getting a bigger fan base, so might want to jump on there.
Yeah.
We trying to jump. Check out the live video.
Right.
No, but that's real. Like like for real, I really, really like that because it's different from a lot of things that I hear going on, and a lot of things that we play up here is really different from that. So I really like it. I really do. Now, that was another artist you brought in.
Yes.
Another song is called "He Looks Just Like You." Now,
I like
tell
that.
me the name of the artist for that song.
So the artist is called 2UD.
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 What does that stand for?
I
Oh, my bad. All right, 2UD is what
Yeah, 2UD. What I can say about him is that, first of all, he's self-taught. And self-taught meaning musically, singing-wise, he has a background in choir, but music-wise, a lot of the music that you hear that's crafted on his YouTube page, he kind of, taught the people playing the instruments how to play and create that sound that he was looking for his music. So he's very talented music-wise, and I don't know how he will feel about this, but I consider him like a reborn Maxwell.
Okay, Maxwell, come through.
But like, it's just his voice kind of takes you there. Because I know one track I was gonna do, but I wanted to keep it upbeat with Rosie. But one song I was gonna send you was Dream Lady.
Okay.
And as soon as you hear that song, Dream Lady, bro, it's like, you sure that Maxwell?
Well, you might have to still send that to me. We might have to play that next time.
Absolutely. It's so, but it's his whole concept behind his music is music that makes you feel.
Right.
And when you hear the orchestration, when you hear the way, the little nuances and how he sings, you can tell that there was a methodical process behind every single thing that he put into the song. So
that sounds amazing. We're gonna have him jump off this independent artist mix we about to jump into.
Absolutely.
It's called, his song again is called "He Looks Just Like You" by 2UD.
There you go.
I had to make sure I got the name. My bad.
Mom is sad, mom is crying, I can't stop her tears from falling down. Memories fresh in my mind, daddy's raised of lights vanished in the night. And I ask myself, why did he have to go? 'Cause everywhere we went, the people let him know. What a joy is that your boy, he's a man. He looks just like
Oh yeah, I had to turn it on. I've been sipping on this bottle. Got a little hot up in here.
Look, between the Jameson and the 2UD, have you any feelings? Like,
Hello?
wait.
Yes, I'm happening over here. Yeah.
he looks just like
No, we're not gonna write that. I'm gonna play a couple of independent artist songs after. Okay. It's time. I told you I got a song from that dude in Africa.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
play that next. We just got a nice full of new.
Has there been anybody on here?
That's my phone.
She says, I know he just can't release some talk.
Okay, I was tripping for a second, but this is song.
What?
Man,
I
forgot.
I'm looking at
That's
the
what I say.
phone
It's
like,
ringing.
did it really ring?
I forgot.
Eyes too, he looks just like he looks just like he looks just like this man.
Like you see all the ones.
Yeah. And the live instrument. Don't get that in rap music. We be playing.
And then you're lucky to get like 2 key strokes, and then a bunch of 808s.
See, me personally, I love the 808.
No shame, no tea. No shame.
But I like live instruments too.
Yeah.
I went to the Art Institute for Audio Production, and they open your ears to a lot of different instruments.
Well, as a sound engineer, you have to be able to resonate with a lot of different tone qualities so that way you can mix for a lot of different people.
Right.
Like if you're just an audio engineer just for hip hop, your scope is limited.
Yeah.
Like you would never be able to really make a living off of that because you can only do so much.
The school didn't even teach us hip hop.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
They could have threw a little bit in there.
Well, because think about it, if you have the foundation and everything else, you can, I feel because you've already been exposed to so much hip hop, just as culture has like really gravitated to hip hop, period, it's not gonna take too much once you learn the basics. Yeah, like every other type of genre you might have to get familiar with.
You gotta know the instruments and what level it lies on the spectrum.
Right. But with hip hop, it's integrated into almost everyday life. Like you subject exactly. Read my mind. You subject to turn on there was a car commercial like last year. Literally played what was that song? Oh my woman, oh my good, I look black. I look good.
Oh yeah.
But they played it. But they played it for a car commercial.
Yeah, that was the road.
Yes, they played it for a legitimate car commercial. I never thought I would see that happen, but it's so synonymous with everyday life now. It's like
I have noticed after moving to Houston, they have some of the most creative on the radio, especially the car wreck commercials.
I just got hit back home.
Yeah, but that bell bonds, that's where it started.
Oh, yeah.
You got one of them commercials.
Hey, can you put it on there? Miss You by Adamba Efe out there in Africa. He got that music to it. She did big ups to him.
What up, Africa? Get ours.
Look, we got a different playlist today.
Okay, you better get in there and get
Look, I'm at home. Right now, I'm on contact. I like this beat.
Yes. And do something to the body.
Big up.
That was She in there, baby. She in there now.
I'm straight out of Wakanda.
Turn up.
Straight up out of Wakanda, baby. I'm glad we got that on camera.
I ain't gonna take it back.
I know that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you need to send some more. I like
He
it.
seen me too.
I ain't bet that.
You can't do no wrong on it.
At all. Like,
You just feel in there.
really?
Yeah. Somebody do it. Yeah,
Y'all not looking at me so little. I told you yesterday.
I'm gonna get out that chair. I'm gonna get out that chair. What the You better work it. Yeah. Come on with the You better get it. Get in there. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. They gonna feel out. Right. Yeah. It's on the black.
I told y'all yesterday. fair. I'm pre-warned.
Yeah.
That was nice, though. I like that. Come back.
Okay, can you do it for me?
I'm enjoying this music. Blunt's House.
Hey, this is
Hey.
Struggle by 100 Vibes. Big ups to you. He gonna be on Video Vibes coming soon.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Let's go. Uh-oh.
Struggles by 100 Vibes, you dig? We in here deep blunt talk Thursday nights, you dig?
Yeah. What it do, ladies down? We cross the world, though, hey?
Yeah.
Make sure you vibe with us every Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30, GFTradio.com. Blunt talk, you dig? Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna play 2 more songs. When we go back on, I'm gonna introduce Miss Dank again and let her jump right into it.
Niggas who related just be acting like they ain't know. I don't see wild shit, it ain't a place I can't go. Promise I'ma do it, my nigga, in case you ain't know. Yeah. I've been up and down on my shoulders.
Damn.
Yeah, that right.
Yeah.
Focus on my hustle. Yeah. I gotta set some trouble.
He said the girl's name was Lisa Lee. The song just say Lisa, but I just want to.
Yes.
I don't want to just say Lisa Lee. I hope I remember that. I was playing her name. You gotta give me some more. You know what we was jamming at? It was a church's song that you sing. Somebody named it is. All names. That's the one we done jammed in. No, I jammed. That's what we jammed in his.
Okay.
I
I got something for you.
I got Pretty Grind.
You got pretty
Nice for you too.
Is you ready?
You know what? You know what?
Y'all put that pretty grind on for tonight.
I'ma
This ain't
before we end it,
this
I'ma throw it on there.
Yeah, for real. That's what's up. Shit, why not? Okay, I got this video, but after that, I'm right back in it so I can do something for the out radio.
I didn't get to listen to her. This she a female rapper out here too.
Okay, who's this?
Lisa Lee. Oh yeah, can you press the name?
Lisa Lee, y'all.
Lisa Lee. I just cannot. Big ups to you.
Yo in the building.
Yeah.
Look, Carol in there, live.
Last week. Lisa Lee, I cannot. Big up to Lisa Sorry, y'all. We do a lot of videos, so we can have something to post throughout the week.
Nah, for real though. That's how you do it.
Sorry, guys. Promise, the next song don't got a lot of kids.
I was about to hit the live button, then I heard the first song, I was like,
The next one don't got no push. It's my song. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it got no push. It's the real. It's the real.
Real style. Let's go.